This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2022 CrossRoads Sunset Trail. The model number is 242BH, as in bunkhouse. So this is a how-to video. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So here we are at the door side rear. And you can see that it has power stabilizers. One switch controls both rear, and the one switch up front controls both front. You don't lift the trailer, you're just taking the movement out of it, okay? Now, let me walk up here for a second to verify something. Yeah, so these stabilizers can be cranked manually if you need to. So let me come over here and take a look here. Okay. Yeah, see they have a shaft with a pin through it on the off door side. Well, if you look at that crank that I was just looking at, it has a cylinder with a slot cut in it that fits over that shaft with a pin through it right here. So you can actually crank them manually. So if you have an issue with them, some kind of a power failure or some kind of problem, you can always crank them manually. Now while we're talking about cranks, this one here, the small one, that is for the power tongue jack. If this happens to fail, you can pull that rubber piece off and stick it in there and crank it manually also. Okay. So you can see, first of all, you have a power awning with LED strip. Never leave the awning out unattended, of course. You have a grill here. Now, this whole thing pulls out here. What you have to remember is that this is the quick connect hose for this grill. I'm just going to push it back in so I can show you where it hooks up at. Right here, you can see there's a quick connect right there. So you can, before you start using that, obviously you want to connect it, the hose to that female quick connect right there, and it taps it into the LP system. Okay. You have just a regular dorm style refrigerator. Outside speakers. You have TV signal out plus power if you want to put a TV out here. There's the switch for your two front stabilizers, of course. Pass-through storage. This is your this is a sprayer that hooks into a spray port. I'll show you that as we get to it. Okay. 2 LP tanks, full power tongue jack, as I stated. You have up and down and a hitch light on it. You have a deep cycle marine battery, and this is a kill switch for the battery if you ever want to disconnect it. Like when you put it in long-term storage or something, you could disconnect it. Okay. So this sticker is just telling us that this is pre-wired for a solar panel. So there should be a spot on the roof where you could connect it to, and then behind here there's going to be wires. So it's just pre-wired for that, okay? Now, this is where you get your water hook up here. So if you've got city water, you're just going to hook your hose onto here, turn it on, and you're all set. Now if you're camping at a campground that doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, you can fill your fresh water tank right here and use the onboard pump to pump the water. So if you have city water, you use that. If not, and you need plumbing, you can pre-fill the fresh water tank. You know, some of the older state parks don't have plumbing on the sites. They have like a fill station when you first go in through the gate. So at the fill station, you fill this up, and then you can use the onboard pump to pump the water. For your fresh water tank, you've got a quick drain right there. You can see that white gate valve there. This is an Accu Slide, just so you know. There are different types of slide outs. This one's called an Accu Slide. You can tell by the cables. This is your power cord. It's 30 amp and 30 feet long here. And when you get power there, it's blue, so it can help you diagnose power problems really quickly. You got your gray tank and black tank dumps here. So if you, let's see, after you dump your black tank, which is this one right here, toilet water and waste, if you leave the valve open, you can come over to here and hook the hose of the dump station onto your black tank flush here. And like it says on the sticker, make sure you leave the black tank valve open. Then you would turn on the water, it'll spray out the inside of your black tank. It'll clean off your sensors in there so you get a good accurate reading. Just do a good job cleaning it out. So it's if there's a working hose at the dump station, it's a good thing to do. Okay. So you have a ladder, which is great. That means you can inspect the roof very easily. Manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 90 days. So go up there and check for, you know, any kind of cracking or separation in the sealant. Make sure that none of the roofing material or roofing attachments were damaged by low branches or road debris, that sort of thing. Okay. This is pre-wired for a backup camera. You can see the housing there. So if you wanted to add a backup camera, it's very simple. This is the spray port I told you about for that coiled sprayer. These are your hookups here. This is you see the blue lights on. It's a powered digital signal booster. So you hook your cable TV in there, satellite, whatever. It'll give you a really good signal. This is your water heater here. So the switches are going to be inside the trailer. I'll show you those when we get there. I just want to show you that this is where you drain it from, right here, or drain it at. It takes an 1/16 6-point socket right there, and you can drain your water heater right there. Never drain it without releasing the pressure in it first, or else you'll get soaked. And never do it when it's hot. Always make sure the water is cooled down. You don't want to get scalded or worse. So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go inside. Okay, so this is your control panel right here. Your awning switch and your slide switch. Just to give you an idea how it works, I'll bring it in a little bit. So you're just going to roll it back in, like so. Okay. And then of course your slide room, lights here, your awning light there, your water pump if you want to pump water out of the fresh water tank, or winterize you also use it for winterizing the trailer. Light your water heater on gas right there, turn it on electric right there. Remember, never run the water heater without water in it. And then you have tank heaters on each one of your fresh water and holding tanks. So it's got a heating pad that extends your camping season. You can turn those on right there. Right. Check your battery. Fresh water has got a little bit in it. Black is empty. You only have one black tank on here because there's only one toilet. So you just pay attention to number one, and so on and so forth. They graduate up in 1/3 increments. When you get past 2/3, you got to start thinking about dumping your gray and black tanks. This is the thermostat. It's very simple. You hit the mode bar to light it up. Right now we're just running on fan. That's air conditioning right there. If you can see it, always try to run it on auto if you can. So right now it should switch over to air conditioner. This is a 12-volt DC refrigerator. So you have on and off here, and then you have different power saving modes here, and then temperature. That's all there is. It's very simple. Your table right now is folded down, but you can set it up, you know, and you could fill in these spaces with a cushion, turn into a bed, but also, it's also a dinette table, obviously. Microwave works like any other microwave, range hood, vent, and light. I don't know if he's got the gas turned on or not, but we'll see here. So you have your sparker here. You use it and spark it by turning it clockwise. Then you have 3 knobs here and 3 burners, and then of course your oven. So let's see if the gas is on. If not, I'll just talk you through it. Yeah, it's on. So right there, it's that simple. That's all you got to do. Now, for your oven, all the way at the back at the bottom is a pilot light. You can spark it. I can show it to you. As you can see, it's sparking in there. So you go to the oven knob, you go to the picture of the flame, you depress it, keep it depressed during the whole lighting procedure, then you start sparking it. After it lights down here, you still hold it in for another 10 or 15 seconds or so to heat up the thermocouple. Then you go to whatever temperature you want, and it cycles as an oven does, but when you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light, so you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay. Your TV is on a bracket, so it swings out. Okay, just so you know, you can swing it in and out. This TV is not just a TV. It's got 2 speaker zones, 1 inside the trailer, 2 outside the trailer. It's got FM radio. You have Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone or tablet. HDMI in, and of course you can USB charging. But it does a lot. It's actually the radio and the Bluetooth and all that in one. Alright. So this is your power converter right here. So this converts AC to DC power. You start off with 120 AC power on this side. You see you have regular circuit breakers like you'd see at home, and they're all labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here, and they're all labeled. You can, if any of these were to blow, they'll actually light up and you can see them through this tinted plastic here. Also, when you're plugged in, this is a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery up front has and needs, and always keep it charged up, no matter what. So, it's when you're towing down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator charges the battery. When you're plugged in at the campground, this power converter charges the battery. Okay. So the bathroom, it's sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. The toilet, you can see there's your flush pedal right there. You always need water and chemical in it before you use it, so I'll just show you. That's the black tank directly below. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water, you come inside here, you'll dump 1 dose of chemical in there, and then step on the pedal long enough to put at least a gallon of water in there. And once you do that, you're ready to use it. You can't use it dry, because if you do, the smell will be terrible, plus it can get clogged up. So you always want to make sure there's water and chemical in there. You have a fan. Okay, let's see what else we have here. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector right here. It should always be green like it is. If it goes off, it's detected carbon monoxide or LP gas, right? So you take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front, figure out what's going on. Also, if it beeps very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. I'll just let you hear it. LP is good, carbon monoxide coming up. And then the low battery alarm. And then it goes back to green. It should always be green, if not, get it serviced. Okay, so you have some storage underneath the bed here. You have TV hookups here, plus a backing plate. You got your escape window here, which is very simple. You're just going to, let's see if I can get a picture of it here. You're going to go like this, push it all the way through, and then you grab a hold of this tab and pull the spring out, and then you can escape that way if you need to in an emergency. Okay? Alrighty. As I look around here, I want to make sure I didn't forget anything, but I think I've got it all. Yes, yes. So the AC comes out of the ceiling, the heat comes out of the lower registers. This is just in case you want to add a Wi-Fi signal booster, that sort of thing is pre-wired. Okay? And of course your smoke detector is right up there. Okay. Alright, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting your roof every 90 days. That's what the manufacturer recommends. You're just keeping ahead of things. You may go up there for years and not have to do anything, but you just don't know. That's why you inspect it. You're protecting your investment, okay? And then when it comes to the plumbing right now, it's been de-winterized, so all the antifreeze has been purged out and replaced with fresh water. Your water heater valves are in camping mode right now, and the water heater is filled with water, so you're all ready to go. Okay? Thank you.